What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, Myron. Yeah,
Hey.
so I'm a white nationalist, white supremacist.
All right, cool.
The speed that nigga said cool with was so sellout. Like, I thought it was a white person having a conversation, bro. What the fuck?
Like, I don't agree with you when you say that none of us exist. Obviously, I want to deport the non-whites. I want to get rid of the blacks.
Well, I didn't say you guys don't exist.
Okay, so
I said that it's not like a viable excuse anymore to claim systemic racism
but we
or.
are real, right? You agree white nationalism and white supremacy is real?
Yeah, it exists, but it's not to keep anyone from success. Is my argument.
Do you support white nationalism?
I support any group's people to exercise nationalism. I've been very vocal about this. I think if people want to be black nationalists, people want to be Mexican nationalists, people want to be nationalists in general, and they love their group of people, that's fine. I've always thought it was weird how white nationalists can't be white nationalists without being called some pejorative term or, lose job opportunities. Meanwhile, other groups of people can be nationalists with no consequence. So I think, I think every group of people should be able to be proud of their skin and their heritage.
It's extremely unfortunate that the uneducated people are the ones that always get the platform to mislead a mass group of people. Because, bro, you can't sit here and say heritage pride and nationalism is the same exact thing. Like, you're fucking stupid. Oh, I respect all nationalism and people that have pride in their heritage. Like, are you whoa, chill. Not the same thing. Nationalism is way more political, way more like heavier on the ideologies, more loyal to like the land and the nation than the people. And if loyal to the people, then loyal to a kind of people, not the people that undergo the culture or fit into the group that they specifically are protecting. And it's like that independence that comes with the extreme cultural distinctiveness, quote unquote, that they would have with nationalism also can bring an extreme exclusivity, which can also breed superiority over other cultures and other nations, which in turn is really just fascism. So heritage pride is completely different. Heritage pride is way more cultural. It's about sharing these things. You want people to be a part of it with you. It's more, if rooted about history, I want to say stories, folklore kind of vibe more so, rather than, hey, this is how the world is supposed to go, we follow these things. It's more so about dancing and music in certain cases. It's just a lot less evil. Right.
That's going to be a civil war, right? If there's black nationalists, white nationalists, Latino nationalists, that's going to be a civil war, correct?
Well, I think that there's ways to mitigate that and exist in harmony. I mean, Lincoln Rockwell had a great admiration for Malcolm X.
Nationalism literally means we don't want to live in harmony. We want to have our own nation.
It's sad because he like reaches for substance because he knows that the people that he's specifically catering towards do not see him as an exception, and you can see that he struggles to understand that.
You can do that via segregation. You can do it via. There's other ways to go about it, but
so with the Civil Rights Act, we want to repeal the Civil Rights Act. You are against that, correct?
I just don't think that's a viable. That's a realistic option in 2026.
I'm truly struggling to believe the pure blows and skirt fuckery that I'm hearing at this moment, because, bro, this is something that takes away your fucking rights, and you're like, well, I can't say that I don't want it to go away. Like, fucking.
So repealing the.
I understand that you want to repeal it, but we have to be realistic. As like, are you really going to be able to repeal that in 2026 and beyond?
I actually think we will. But
okay.
Do you think that's more or less likely than repealing the 19th Amendment?
Well, the 19th Amendment, I think that's if we want to talk about the 19th Amendment, that's actually created a lot of the issues that we have.
And then this fucking autopilot passenger is sitting here trying to convince us that it makes sense for you to agree with nationalism on every ethnic scale, but you don't support women trying to vote.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
I'm actually astonished. There's no sense in that. Misogyny just makes you niggas just completely fucking brain dead because you're not even thinking about how that doesn't make sense.
But I think, we'd probably be able to repeal I think it'd be easier probably to repeal the 19th Amendment.
Okay,
versus.
But once we repeal the 19th Amendment, the entire reason that white nationalists want to do that is because then women won't vote and then we'll win on white nationalism, correct? Isn't that the entire goal?
Every 5 seconds, it's like my brain is having like this constant fucking aneurysm because you both are right. It can be so much easier to repeal the 19th Amendment because brainwashed black holes with the lack of accountability like yourselves sit around and in the midst of hatred for one another through civil disagreement, can unite to say, yes, you know what, we both hate women.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, the reality is that whites are dropping off when it comes to the majority, and then
we want to stop that. We want to get rid of the.
Of course, I get that. But the other reality also is that many of the whites aren't going to vote for that. Right? Like, this is a very small subset of people that believe that way. Which, again, this is the beauty of the United States of America. We can have this discussion. The First Amendment.
JQ arguments, right? And so one of the JQ arguments, I watched your video with Louis Theroux, the behind the scenes. You mentioned a lot of JQ arguments, but the one that you didn't mention was the whole idea that immigration is Jewish. Do you believe that immigration is Jewish?
So for those of you that have lives, I'm going to explain to you what a JQ is pretty quickly. A JQ is what someone would refer to as a Jewish question. I'm not sure if it was, coined in the white nationalist or neo-Nazi. I'm pretty sure it's just some anti-Semitic fucking circle, right? But today they use it in the manners of like believing that Jewish people have disproportionate influence over, our media, our finances, our political fucking structure. I mean, some would argue even our culture. And this guy's arguing immigration, which I guess is political, but who cares, right? And they believe that they single-handedly coordinate a lot of shit to the degree where, they look at the everyday Jewish person that they walk by, the individual, and put him in the position of the entirety of, the generalization of Jewish people, which is, again, I don't know how many times I have to tell these people, stop doing that. It's not smart at all.
That was brought up, but he actually cut that out.
Okay.
We did a lot of discussion. He cut out, we did hours of discussion. He cut all that stuff out.
So you believe that the Jews are trying to replace white people in America? Is that correct or no?
I would argue there's some truth to that. Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
I would. Yeah, and it's kind of funny because they don't practice that in their own state at all.
And so you don't think that we should stop that, or we should continue it, or what's your opinion?
Well, I think immigration needs to be, at this point, extremely selective if we're going to continue.
We're already a minority. If we don't do mass deportations, what's the point at this point?
Well, again, you're going to argue from that perspective because of your perspective, and
am I right
understand.
Or am I wrong?
Yeah, well, then you can make that argument, but I do think that there is some merit from bringing in people from other places
and then also with the
that
legal
have some skill set.
So do you support legal immigration? Do you not support it? What's your opinion on that?
So I think immigration works, but it's got to be, we have to fix it. We need an immigration moratorium for several years. We need to fix our visa system. We need to fix our border. We need to fix the sanctuary city problem. We need to fix our asylum issues. We have so many problems when it comes to immigration. It's literally a quagmire. It's a disaster.
So which people would you actually allow into America?
I would go off of more of a O visa type thing, where we would want people that are exceptional, that are really good at what they do, where we can't necessarily replace that skill set here. We don't have that skill set.
So a bunch of high IQ, like Chinese, is that what you, which nation?
Yeah, we would want to bring in the best and brightest, and obviously be able to compete with some of our adversaries.
White people in America with Chinese people, is that correct?
It's like, bro, these niggas wake up and only think about race. When they walk through the grocery store, they can only think about your skin color. It's like he's worse than Myron. He's trying to bait him into being even more race than he already is. He's asking him, hey, who do you think we should let into America? He's like, hey, people of the highest IQ. Or Myron responds, people of the highest IQ. It doesn't really matter where they're from as long as they're smart and have skill sets that we can't really replace. The other dude is like, oh, so you think it's Chinese people? So you think we should allow Chinese people to come into our country and overrun the white population? Whoa, slow down. Why do we gotta go to race? Like, your brain is fucked, bro. Your brain is fucked.
Well, it's not necessarily about replacing.
Dilute.
So here's the problem. Let me be blunt about this, because I've had this criticism of white people and white men in general. You guys have to get your women in check.
I know.
You guys don't have your women in check.
I agree.
Let's talk about white people. You guys don't have your women in check at all. White women in general don't want to date white men. A lot of them, are totally cool with being whores. A lot of them put off and push feminist propaganda. They're fooled by the Jews. They tend to be very impressionable. You guys need to get your women in check, and that is why you guys have the birthing crisis that you guys have, is because white women don't necessarily subscribe to having children young, having big families. They'd rather pursue,
Yeah. So actually,
No, bitch, you need to get your mind in check. You see, this is the problem with you dumbass niggas, because you think, what the fuck are white people going to do to get white women in check? Like, what are white men going to do to get white women in check? Be fucking for real. We're talking about some, get your white women in check because they don't have no interest in this or that, or they don't even, bro, it's not about them not liking white dudes. They don't even fuck with you. Nobody wants a bigot boyfriend. Grow the fuck up.
the reason that I'm here is because when I was on Twitter, all the Wignat chicks told me to come here and to ask you to stop shitting on women. That was actually the original argument I was supposed to have.
No,
with
we
you.
need to continue shitting on them because they're the reason why you guys are getting replaced, quite frankly.
All right, no, honestly, I'll say that was kind of funny. It's crazy though. It's crazy because the irony is that you sit here and you support repealing the 19th Amendment, and then you're trying to back behind a white woman. No, y'all sit up there and keep shitting on them. You fucking dumbasses. It's definitely the women, and not just the fear of being with people like you that's keeping people every day from not wanting to have kids. Definitely not that, right?
Okay,
so you should be having this discussion with your white women, actually, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, look, so you're here shitting on white women, is that correct?
Yes, a lot of them subscribe to progressive ideologies that are the reason why you guys are quickly declining in citizenship.
You're not white.
Sorry.
We don't need you talking to white women, trying to interact with them at all.
And that's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem. I don't need to be white to give a. See, here's the thing. You're behaving like a black person now. You're chimping out. You're literally behaving like a white person. You are behaving like a black person. So here's the difference. See, here's the funny part.
Not your women, Myron.
When I criticize black people, they'll sit there and say stupid shit like you're saying. You're not black, so you can't criticize us. You're doing the same chip out shit right now. Because I don't have to be. I don't have. See, here's the thing.
They're really sitting here having an argument about who's the more anti-Semitic, misogynistic piece of shit. Yo, like 2026 has to be put in record books because this shit cannot be real. There's no way that people are okay with hating like this much negativity in this world cannot just continue to be pushed out through one another. It's not being okay with another person having other perspectives. Everybody is. It's about not being okay with another person's perspective that harms either a group of people or a specific select type of people. Why is that so difficult? What the fuck? In 2026, you would think a lot of these people didn't have siblings or I would say specifically sisters or mothers, because it's just like we're having who hates women more competitions now. Like, where are we going, bro?
Hey, Baldy, age of 47, relax.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Age of 47, relax.
No.
Here's the thing. I don't have to be white to be able to identify white problems as to why you guys have the problems that you guys have. Clearly, you don't have the platform or the ability to tell these women to get back in the fucking kitchen. So guess what? Now I got to do it for you because you don't have the platform to do it. So the reality is that, look, man, you can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. You can be a white nationalist. Cool. I actually fight and defend for your ability to do so. But if we're going to have this discussion about white replacement, etc., well, who controls and who are the gatekeepers to sex? It is the woman. So stop complaining. Stop crying because you sound like a fucking black right now. Let's be honest. You have a victim mindset. Stop being a pussy. Get out there. Tell your women. Stop being whores. Stop subscribing to feminism. Start creating families. Start going in the church. Yeah.
Okay, so having a victim mindset now all of a sudden is extrapolated to being a black person. And on top of that, you're supposed to be telling women to stop subscribing to fighting for their rights, to stop subscribing to having their own specific autonomy, to stop subscribing to doing things that they want to do other than being in the kitchen for useless pieces of shit like you guys. And what are we talking about? Preaching that bullshit isn't gonna benefit any population. Actually, it is just going to do nothing but decrease the overall human population. As you niggas continue to treat women this way, we are going to continue dying off as a species because there will not be any reproduction. Like, at some point, niggas is just gonna hate us, and it is what it is at that point, really.
Start getting some white babies.
Can I respond?
Sure.
Okay, so look, to some degree I actually do agree with you. But here's the thing. The problem here is that, yeah, we white people, we got to figure out what the roles are going to be for white men, white women. The problem is, I've talked to a lot of white folks, we don't want your Muslim, get the women back in the kitchen, put a garbage bag on their head. We don't want that. So when you're promoting that stuff, that's never going to work for us. Do you understand that?
Promoting Islam?
Yeah, you're Islamic. We don't want your Islamic
really,
values.
actually, if you watch my podcast, I don't really talk about religion ever.
Your literally view of women is basically Islamic, correct? That you hate them?
No. Actually, I would argue that. Are you Christian?
No, I'm an atheist.
That explains everything. Yeah, this guy just hates everybody, including God.
And you know, while I'm here, Myron, also just for the record,
God is black. I don't worship him. No, Jesus wasn't there.
Myron, one more thing I gotta tell you.
So yeah, like
1 second. Let me just say one more thing.
My thing is no, because you're coming in from a position where you don't know. I don't promote Islam. I'm actually very I respect religion. I understand religion, but I kind of find it funny because Islam, Christianity, the Abrahamic religions in general kind of solve this problem. So maybe you might want to find God.
Yeah, I hate them all. No.
Okay, that's the problem. You might want to find God, and that would help you.
But no, listen. Your view of women is basically Islamic. You hate them. You want them to wear a garbage.
No, it's based on all the Abrahamic religions.
religions.
Devout Christians, devout Jews, and devout Muslims would agree with me that women need to be subservient to men. That's how it's always worked.
If you do happen to be one of these Abrahamic religion followers that agree with him, then atone for your sins, pack your shit up, and just drop your religion, dude. Because you're making a bad rep for people. You're making everybody look bad that follows those similar religions. I'm gonna be honest with you. Then that bitch couldn't handle the kitchen, and then dipped off in the middle of Myron talking. And that's the craziest part is, oh, we don't believe in your Islamic values, and bitch, are you fucking dumb? You might as well. You're talking about them not having no values. You're talking about, oh, we don't want to put garbage bags over their head. Well, you probably fucking want to kill them. You probably want to own their bodies. You probably don't want them to have fucking rights to themselves. As you can tell by, you don't even want them to fucking vote. You think that the things that they do bring harm to you. Why the fuck would you have any values for women in general? Talking about we don't have your Islamic values. Bitch, you don't value nobody. I'm sorry, atheist people don't just not value nobody, but we can clearly tell that you don't value no one but your white brothers, not even your white sisters. You're just a white man lover. You just love white men more than that one black girl that's been brainwashed in the fucking suburbs. Come on, bro, this shit is sick. And Myron is even worse, but it's nothing new for him. I mean, he's already been anti-woman magnet, as every woman I'm sure that knows of him either throws up in their mouth or pees on himself at the side of him just out of fear. So it's I'm not stressing him, but at the end of the day, it's sick to how comfortable we've gotten with misogyny as well. I don't even know what else to say to him, because everything has been said. Misogyny is something that's so dumb. There's not even much arguing points against it. It's just like racism to me. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't like black people. They're just people just like you. This white nationalist dude, oh, we don't want nothing but white people here. How is that gonna benefit you? In every which way, in every metric, economically, socially, having more people around you is better. It's not about having more people that are like you. Just having more people around you is always better. At least to the degree that they're not fucking evil, disgusting pieces of shit like you who have no care for other people's fucking sense of being, right? I don't know. I felt like we should watch this and just attack these people at the same time, because it's truly astonishing that people think that this is just okay, and there's people out here that watch this and think that this is just a normal conversation between bros who are disagreeing about nationalism and don't even care. In my opinion, I'm watching a lot of people make this about a black thing. Oh, white nationalists who doesn't want black rights. I am extremely more disturbed by the way that they handled this conversation about women. It was no sense of value at all from either side. There was no sense of respect for a human being from either side. There was no sense of outlook into a similar perspective of them in either side. It was like women are just this and that, and that's it. And there was no contest. Oh, they're just whores, and their progressive mindsets leads them to where they're harder to be controlled is theoretically what he said. I'll have to go back and look at it, and that's not for verbatim, but that's pretty much what he was saying as well. Oh, you need to tell them to go create families, go in the kitchen, and go in church. You niggas just want control. That's it. And just say that. Maybe you'll get someone who wants to be controlled. I don't know. But stop trying to dude, this is bullshit. Like y'all trying to actually care for people's rights, or y'all trying to fix the fucking country. Y'all are doing nothing but pushing us into a state of having nothing but white people here who are gonna realize that this is not gonna work that way, and they're just gonna eat each other or some shit like they've done before. Like, shit is stupid.